Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this multi-purpose kaftan. I can rock it as a kaftan top and I can rock it. So if this is something you're interested in, stay with me to the end. So this is the fabric I'm going to be using, and this is the second fabric I'm going to be using. You can see how beautiful this fabric is. At the point I couldn't even decide which face to use, but I finally decided to go with the stronger one. So first of all, I'm going to straighten this fabric because it is not. I got my fabric width by dividing my shoulder measurement into 2 plus my sleeve length times 4. So my shoulder measurement is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. And my sleeve length is 11. 7.5 plus 11, that is 18.5. 18.5 times 18.5 times 4 will give us around 74 or so. So that is how you get your fabric width. I went ahead to fold this fabric into 4 pieces. You can see I folded it into 4. One side will be for the front and the other side will be for the back. Then I'll do the same thing to this, my second fabric, in which I'm going to be adding 2. So I'm going to be placing this one like this, and I'll just place it above here. This is about half inches. That will be like our sewing allowance from this place. So can you see? I'll just place it like this. And then while cutting, drafting, I have to be careful so that it doesn't shift. So first of all, I'm going to put in my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. And after placing my shoulder measurement, I'm going to place my sleeve measurement, which is 11, and plus 1 inches allowance for turning the sleeve. From this point here, that is my, I wanted to use pen, that is my shoulder slope. I'll come down by 1 inches and slope to my neck, to the ending of my shoulder, like this. So from here, I'm going to be measuring my gown length. My gown length is 40 inches plus 1 inch for turning allowance, that is for folding the hem. That will be 41. So now this blue fabric, it stops at 27.5 inches, and then the rest to the down, that is the 41 inches, is this fabric that I mixed. For the neckline, I'm going to come in by 4.5 inches. You know, we're going to be adding something at the neckline, so don't worry, this is not going to end up becoming too wide. And I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches. Sorry, I'm going to come down by 2 inches for the back, and then I'll just curve my circle like this. So I'll be cutting it out so that I can separate my back piece from my front piece before I cut out my front neckline. So I'm going to measure what I have here. That is the width here. This is 20 inches. And then I'll come here and place my tape and mark my 20 inches. But I won't be using 20 inches again. That 20, I'll minus 4 from it. That will make it 20 minus 4. That will be about 16 inches. 20 minus 4 is 16 inches. So I'll just draw a straight line to this place and cut it off. So one piece of this is going to be for the front and the other one for the back. I'll just go on ahead and separate the back piece from the front piece. So this is the back piece. Now we'll be working with the front piece. I'll arrange it back the way it was on the table before. So I'm done arranging it. For the neckline, this is the front neckline. We already came down by 2, so we're going to come down by, and what we need to come down by is 7. So I'll just mark my 7 inches here. Then I'll go ahead to connect from this our neckline. Yes, from our neckline, our neck width, connect it here like this. Can you see? To get our V neckline. This 7 inches. So I'll just cut it out. Then you are going to cut out this place by ½ inches. Can you see? By ½ inch down. You can use your tape to measure it. So this is what our front block looks like. So I'm just going to pin this and take it to my sewing machine to sew it down, both the front and the back piece. So I'm done joining the front and the back. I also went ahead to join the shoulder together. At this point, I'm going to measure what I have round my neck down to my center front. I'm going to measure everything round like this. Okay, so what I have is about 97 inches. So I'm going to cut a long strip like this. My fabric will not be enough to give me that 97 inches. So I'm going to be joining these two together. So we're going to cut a long strip that is going to be 97 by 2 inches. Out of these 2 inches, we're going to use ½ inches to join these parts back together around our neck. So I'm going to go to the machine now and use this stripe to sew around this place to the end. So I'm done sewing the neck, and this is what it looks like from the wrong side. At the end of the day, it's going to be something like this. But for now, before we review the right side, let's just go to the side here so we can block out the hand and the parts we don't need. So for the hand, I'm going to be using my bust line. For the hand. My bust line is 8 inches. So at this part, I'm going to be marking 8 inches like this. Then I'm going to just notch here like this. I'll just notch here, and then I'll come down. I'll use 1 inch as my sewing allowance to close this place down. Can you see? So when I'm done closing this place down, I'll just come to the hand and fold it like this round. Now, for this hand side, it depends on how big you want your sleeve to be. It can be 10, it can be 12, it can be 14 inches. But me, I just want something portable. That is why I'm using my bust line, which is 8 inches. So I'll do this, I'll sew this side, go ahead to fold the hand and do the same thing on the second. After closing the sides and the hand, this is what we have. You can see. So there's one more step for us to go through. This is our remaining fabric. I would have even loved it to be a bit bigger than this, but I guess this will do. We want to create a belt for the waist side so that it will appear snatched. This is 7 inches. So I'm just going to cut it out. The length of your belt depends on how big your waist is. For me, my waist is 28 inches. Is it 28 or 25? One of the above. So, and my band is this. The width is 16 inches. Of course, I'm going to be moving 1 inch for sewing allowance. And the width at this part, that is the part I will be placing on my body is 7 inches. At the end of the day, when I done folding it, it will be 3 inches. And that 3 inches is what is going to make it appear snatched. I'm going to go and sew this for myself. So I'm done sewing the belt. This is it. So I'm just going to arrange this place at the center here. I'll be needing my pin for this part. You can see I just folded this place to the outer parts because I don't want it to show. Like, it's not part of what I'm going to be using for the next step. So from this place here, that is from this part of my clothes, I'm just going to, from my shoulder, I'll be coming down to my under bust, where my under bust is supposed to be. And my under bust is 13. Where's my chalk? My under bust is 13. So I'll mark from here. I'll mark my 13 like this on both sides. Can you see? I'll mark my 13 on both sides. Now my waist is 27. 27 divided by 4. Sometimes my waist is 25, sometimes it is 27. So this is it. 27. So my depth is 3.5. So from here, I'm going to be marking my 3.5. This 3.5, I'll add half to it to make it 4. So at both sides, I'll be having 4 here. So if your own dart is 4, you just add half inch to make it 4.5. So I'm just going to simply place this. I'm placing it like this. Can you see? So by the time I'm done sewing it and I'm tying it to the back of my body, it will just rest on my body like this. Can you see? So I'll place it here at this point and pin it. And I'll do the same for here. You have to make sure your belt is starting from this your under bust measurements. Can you see? So I'll place it out. I'll place it like this, so that by the time I turn it in, after I've worn my dress, it will be very balanced on my body after I've tied it to the back. So my belt will start from this 13 inches. Can you see this point here? That is under my bust. And I'll just pin it like this and do the same thing for here. I'll pin this one too. Now, I'll take it to my sewing machine to sew. I'll also sew in my hem allowance. I'll turn it. So after sewing it, this is what it looks like from outside, and this is what it looks like from inside. You can see this will just go around my waist to the back and make the back snatch, and this will just cover it from outside. So here it is. Now I'm going to be putting my first button. Now, it depends on how much you want your v-neck to come down by. For me, I'll be starting from here, and then I'll just mark here. This is where I'll be starting from, and then I'll go down by 5 inch. This is another point, 2, 5 inch, 10, 3, 15, and 20. I want my slits to start from this place, so I'll just stop here. So depending on where, you can do your own down, or you can bring it down a little, depending on where you want your neck, your v-neck, and where you want your slits to start from. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, and if this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure you subscribe.